to bring them back again. But these other countries, this thing is not happening at all. So, and all the countries mentioned are Bantu. Yeah, they are all Bantu-speaking people. So, I don't know how you try to counter-check on this issue of the non-existing kingdoms. However, they are known, they are publicized everywhere, but they're not active.
I know. I know, because I know we were trying to get on Zoom different things, but I started realizing that we could record calls. So sometimes when we have these calls, I just record them and publicize them so people know we're trying to make progress. But even, I don't know, the United Kingdom of Africa, it seemed that you guys connected to Cameroon. I don't know if you connected to Gabon. I was looking at Gabon, really. I know I've done research into the kingdoms. That's why I looked at Uganda, because they're in the Constitution. And I actually got them from Facebook, and I thought we were going to have progress, fast progress, because they have like 100,000 subscribers. I thought we were going to just publicize it, but it never got publicized. We sent some money, but things never materialized. So we're looking at United Kingdom of Africa, maybe if there's some connection to Gabon. I know I saw something on the Arungu Kingdom. The International Center for Bantu Civilizations. They're trying to see how they can have sovereignty, and they're trying to institute the culture into governance and into the economic zones, integrate. I know Rwanda has the king in exile. But if we start talking about these things, in culture, I think we can find a solution. But I'm having issues with Gabon. I've been targeting it for a long time. They have a stadium, maybe that could be used for sports and for meeting, but they speak French. So I was wondering if there's a way we could connect the two. Zimbabwe's in the group too, but they're not responding right now. So I'm wondering what we could do to connect the East and Central West Africa, Gabon especially. I don't know. Do you know about Sasiba?
Sasiba?
Yes.
No.
It's called the International Center for Bantu Civilizations.
International?
Yeah, the International Center for Bantu Civilizations. It was started in, I think. Yeah.
I've never come across that.
It's in Gabon. It is Gabon. Yeah, it's because the president started it, and I guess they stopped funding it. But when it started, I think in the 80s, Gabon, Rwanda, DRC, then Congo, Brazzaville, Angola. I think about 11 countries signed on. Comoros, Sao Tome. They said we're going to revitalize the Bantu civilizations. We're going to have a museum. But I guess it turned into a squatters camp. They couldn't bring it together. So we're like, wow, they've never really done anything. But if it was connected to Rwanda and the Central African countries, we said it could be an economic thing. We could integrate something economically, do something, maybe a festival or online conference, something to bring attention that we need to bring to activate the kingdoms in these regions, these clans, these chiefs, get on one policy, even if it's trades, if people have food or shirts, clothes, anything we could do together to start something where everybody contributes, or we start to get into the communities and educate and interact across the countries. So Sasiba was something where all the kings are supposed to meet and be documented. We all know what happened in Rwanda. The king was killed or exiled, and then there was killings over politics.
It was exiled.
Yeah, the politics. he was exiled, and then the genocide. Everyone started fighting for power. So we don't want to start that again. So we want to dialogue and see what we can do to make sure the civilizations are restored and integrate the Bantu civilizations, especially that's half the continent almost. So we're trying to see if Gabon was a target that we're looking at seriously. Because if we could use the institution, I think that'd be better. And the EAC is connected to Rwanda, and Rwanda is connected to Gabon versus several institutions. So we think we could activate the whole region. SADC, ECCAS, SADC, SADC. We're thinking we could do that. Maybe. Maybe I'm not sure what your contacts are. Well, that was one of the main reasons of the call, to see how we could get to Gabon and to activate that center. It's a stadium, really.
Okay.
Seeing if it's a squatters camp at this point, but this has been around since the 80s. You know, if Rwanda's there, that means the Chwezi should be in there. If Angola's there, it should be DRC. I mean, SADC should be there. So this is one institution that could connect the EAC with West Africa and South Africa. But Gabon is the headquarters, and of course you know they speak French. That's the issue, especially with this region in West Africa.
But we have translators. But we have translators who can translate anything we want to know.
Oh, do you have translator? I know you introduced me to people from. I lost the contact from Rwanda, but I know you gave me someone from Congo. I don't know anybody that translates. That's the issue. One of the issues we've been having. I think even the president of Gabon, he left a phone number on his Facebook, and I can't even contact it. I don't speak French or international calling, but I was saying if we could get that Gabon headquarters and interact with them and agree to some things, ceremonies and culture, I think that would be easier. In Nigeria and Gambia, they started talking about the Mali Empire.
Okay.
So they're talking about the West Africa say they're ready to go. It's just this Bantu region. And Nigeria has Nile Valley culture too. So, you know, Nilo-Saharan and Chad, Chadic, which is it's in the Sudanic region. So we have Nile civilization, even Nigeria. So West Africa, East Africa meet there, but we're trying to get, I guess we just need Gabon and maybe the Great Lakes or the EAC. Some SADC, just form a triangle or something. And we had Zimbabwe in the group, but they're not picking up right now. But that's basically.
Oh, they're not on.
Yeah, they're not on. It's just me and you. So I didn't announce the call, but if we could get to Gabon, that's the issue. We're trying to figure out how we could do that.
Okay. But last time we were communicating, I recall we had someone from Zambia who is somehow close to Botswana.
Zambia, we had some. Now Zambia, we've had people on before. They were youth. They're mostly youth. So like they say they do something, then if something comes up, they weren't the actual kings. But I see Brother Mutavi is on from Kenya, Nairobi. Brother Mutavi, are you there?
I'm good, man. I'm good. And actually, you just called me, and I received your call because it's you. I was just along the road, getting home. I don't know if we can still talk, or you would give me some minutes. I get home.
Okay. We have Prince Buganzi from Tanzania on here from Bobito at Chwezi Empire, but we're talking about the need to connect to Gabon and the Bantu Civilization Center and the ECOS, ECCAS, the Central African Sovereignty Summit. We're trying to see if we can get to Gabon despite the language barrier and get the kings there involved in Gabon, so we could have, if we can have that East Africa, West Africa Bantu Summit, even if it's not basketball.
Let me call you back. Just I'm in 3 minutes.
Okay. So that's it. Prince Buganda, you said you had translators.
Yeah, we can actually get translators. There's nothing that is hard nor can't work out in anything. This is a 22nd century whereby everything is like online. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a matter of getting someone who could translate everything that you wanna have or what you wanna hear.
Okay, wow, that's incredible, because with Tanzania being in the EAC, it's like the headquarters. We could promote ourselves from Nigeria and Gambia, working with Tanzania kingdoms and Chwezi Empire and Bobito, and from there we could even go to Gabon, and that would complete the continent. I don't know if you know about the Hausa people, but they're the largest. They're like one of the largest ethnic group in Africa, besides I think the Bantu. Or they're one of the largest, let's say that, and they're found in Nigeria, but they say they're from the Red Sea, Eritrean, Afro-Asiatic. Their big culture, Chadic, which is between Sudan, Chad. It's a giant lake. It connects Chad, Sudan, Nigeria, I think Central African Republic, Niger. So it's big. It's like the middle way between the Niger River and the Nile. It's like Chad, which means lake in one of the languages. That's where they're from. So the whole Red Sea, the Nile, Nigeria is connected to that. So we said let's have a headquarters for all the kings in Nigeria. Let's have one in Gambia with the Mali Empire. Let's have one in Gabon with the Bantu, and then for East Africa we're looking at, we've been looking at Congo. We've been looking at the Chwezi Empire. We've been looking at Zimbabwe, Mutapa Empire. So that's what these groups are. At this point, we just need, I think, Gabon and anyone for East Africa, if we could work to find a way to connect them. With Cameroon, we know there's a civil war, and we've tried Cameroon, and things just seem to never expand. So we're looking at Gabon seriously, and that's it.
Yeah.
We have people in the USA ready. We're looking at India and West Papua. So India, West Papua and Melanesia. I guess Gabon and the Great Lakes. I think that's 4. We already have people in the USA and the Caribbean that say they were ready to look at this and integrate. But that's the 4. I have West Papua contacts. Not really strong. India, I haven't really reached out to them, but that's what we need. So, what do you think about you don't have contacts in Gabon? And that's
it's just a keeping trying, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, meeting the right people at the right time, then do the right thing. Everything will be okay.
Okay, I could try to reach out to people I've connected with online from Gabon. I know there was a youth, someone who teaches youth a language, their indigenous language. Maybe if I talk to them about what we're trying to do, they would help talk to Sasiba. I don't know. But that's what we're looking at, Sasiba. And Rwanda is also part of Sasiba. Then Rwanda and Burundi are part of the ECCAS, Central African States. I think it's called the Economic Conference of Central African States. It's an economic region. So
yeah, I think I bet that.
Okay, so I don't know. I think now I remember you giving me contacts before from closer to Congo and Rwanda. I forgot you gave me one of the contacts. I think was closer to Rwanda. What kingdom was that?
From Rwanda.
Was it from Rwanda? Or I think they were in a refugee camp or something. I forgot.
Okay. That is King Fadil.
Oh, is that from? What kingdom is that?
King Fadil, ruling partly Tanzania, partly Burundi, partly Congo.
Burundi,
Tanzania, Congo.
Huh.
He is a ruler with those three countries. That is King Fadil. If you can check on the internet, he's known as Father Gate.
Okay, I think you sent me two contacts. You said one was from Eastern Congo.
Yeah.
Is that somebody else?
I thought. Yeah, Mfumu Martin.
So it's two different ones, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is Mfumu Martin from Congo, and this King Fadil, who is also partly Congo, Burundi, and Tanzania.
Well, what do you think about Western Congo instead of Gabon? Because Gabon is hard to contact. But if with Western Congo, the Congo states, they have their own movements for self-determination or governance within a United Kingdom of Africa structure. There's Congo kings I think we could try to work with. I know I have one that speaks French and they're enthusiastic about economic partnership. I just don't know their capacity to document all the other tribes in the region. For example, Central African region. How would you say Cameroon? Those things like that. But if Troisi Empire and this Burundi axis could contact Western Congo, I think we have similar interests and we could work together. So there are just so many kings in Congo. The Congo Empire, I think they're broken up into clans now. But I don't know. I think that might be a good idea too, just because Gabon is so hard to reach. The stadium idea collapsed. A lot of people are just trying to see if they could have if we could move on something. So we've been waiting so long. I don't know. I think Congo Kinshasa, Congo Brazzaville. I think that's a good idea too. And it's because the thing with Gabon is that the Libreville, their capital it's not doesn't have a resident king. It's not a kingdom, so it's sometimes hard to find the king. You have to go to the hinterland or something, and they're not accessible to the general population in the capital. So that's the issue we've been struggling with too. Trying to find someone to contact the kings or how to get them directly. So I don't know how people would feel about Congo Kinshasa as a headquarters, a second headquarters, along with maybe Tanzania, Arusha, or someone with the Troisi Empire. As long as people could work together, and we could publicize it, maybe develop a program.
To make a headquarter in East Africa. Maybe you put it in Kigoma.
Kigoma,
Tanzania. That is along Lake Tanganyika.
Is that the Troisi Empire? Kigoma?
Yeah, Yeah, it's part of it.
Okay. And then with working with, I know I have Congo contacts. They just speak French, but maybe run a parallel program, or we're trying to get all the Bantu kingdoms or all the kingdoms in the. I don't know, because the Congo kingdom is extending to what they call the Ogowe River Basin. Ogowe River Basin is Congo, Brazzaville, Gabon. And so on. Equatorial Guinea, Congo, Republic of Congo. So Republic of Congo is connected to Ogowe River through that region. So I said it right. But I don't know would you prefer, or do you have an idea to how to reach Gabon, or do you prefer reaching out to the Congo kingdoms? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Does anybody have a preference?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Is there a preference between where a Western headquarters would be? Gabon, or
Is there?
a Western headquarters, would it be like Congo or Gabon? A Western headquarters.
Okay. And
I mean, which one would you prefer? Because I know
you need to think of you need a social action capacity and the readiness of each country. There are countries whereby I recall last time I spoke about this thing, but you never took it into consideration much.
Capacity of every country. I know.
Yeah, you did understand me at first place, but what I told you was the truth about the African nations, the African societies, how they do their things, how they manage these things. You know, you are abroad, huh? You are in overseas, you are not in Africa, to know what these Africans are doing. But here in Africa, we communicate. We see sports within each country. So we can tell, okay, this country is like, okay, so much into your, whatever you want to bring into them. So it is easy for them to catch up with that. But there are some countries to whereby what you want to bring to them is not their culture. It is not their way of life. So you need to be very keen on this. Even if you want to put a headquarters somewhere, yes, you can put a headquarters anywhere, but in consideration too, where will people like come out at large? Or else you will have a lot of offices, a lot of headquarters which will never work out. So you have to check on the consideration of the society within the area.
You're right. There was a